Hi everyone, this is Mikael here, and welcome to this pick a card reading. Please pick one of the seven cards on the screen. Each card that we will pick will be relevant for you and the collective energy. But the card we get for the one that you picked in particular will be especially significant for you. And so on this beautiful solstice day, I wanted to do a special little reading for the collective. What you see here is the seven inner child cards from the Lemurian Starchild Oracle, and they've all got a multi-dimensional meaning that can be relevant for your process. And we've got feel there's beautiful energies coming in, sort of amidst everything that is happening in the collective. And so, one thing I wanted you to sort of consider is the value of your consciousness, because right now there's from the collective there's a lot of energies kind of pulling you this way, trying to pull you this way and that way, kind of left and right, and into different type of belief systems. And there's so much of kind of a pull to let you kind of look outside, in a way, almost in a religious way, right, for a savior. And if you get like a vision, that this person's my savior, or this person's really Jesus, or that person's really Saint Germain or an archangel, or even maybe you think that you're Jesus yourself, or you think that you are the Buddha, the one and only. And all of these things, there's a high chance that they're actually astral projections. So then they kind of pull into duality. And so what our oracle deck's all about is about being in the heart, connecting to the heart, and being into a space of neutrality and unconditional love. And that means that you're easily able to let go of your personal opinions. You know that they're not the absolute truth. And it's also about, it's about spontaneity, and it's about universal freedom and playfulness. And it's interesting to see, like, the different type of energies that might try and pull you into polarization, right? Which is really where you just focus on one polar opposite. And so what I'm sort of inviting you to consider is the kind of universal perspective, and unconditional love. And I know, because that is kind of the highest vibration that doesn't have an opposite. So it goes much further into bringing peace, right? Bringing vision of world peace, for example, without belief that you would need some authoritarian paradigm to enforce that peace, right? So there we go, right? It's an interesting belief systems that are going around, but it's kind of a deep contemplation uh, about peace and neutrality, unconditional love, uh, which I feel are really important, and they're kind of on a different dimension. They're on a different wavelength um, than polarization. So I think we're invited to kind of dream big, to have these visions, uh, these visions of peace and unconditional love. And so when we connect with our inner child, I think uh, that is one pathway where we let go of any authoritarianism, even on an inner level, right? Where you kind of maybe hard on yourself or whatever, or in this kind of paradigm of harshness. And I feel that's what we're letting go, on a personal and a collective level. So, and it's kind of, all of these energies are codes of light, energetic signatures, energetic codes. So, authoritarianism is an energetic code, right? Universal freedom, playfulness, and joy, is another energetic code that is much more universal and closer to the source, closer to our hearts, I feel. So, it's interesting because all these codes are in our DNA, right? So, which direction we kind of take and how we orient ourselves, um, is a pathway to receiving codes of light. And so, if you're not kind of sucked into polarity, then you're receiving universal codes of light, and then you're not. No one's able to recruit you, right? You become kind of unrecruitable, because you get all of these thoughts, belief systems, people, right? Try to recruit you to a certain point of view of the media. So you become unrecruitable, and you just in your heart. So I feel that's kind of what's coming in for me. And so let's have a look at the Blu-ray being, which is significant for your life purpose and the foundation of your life. So if you pull the Blu-ray being, then this might be especially important for you. Let's have a look. The last cloak. So really fundamental at this time is releasing old identities. And the last identities, and what comes to me is things like patriarchy, authoritarianism, kind of being harsh on yourself, or seeing that as a solution, right? That's a deep identity, isn't it? Like if there's anything unjust, um, the only way to resolve it is with force, right? It's an interesting belief, and yeah, I'm not saying like just let everyone walk all over you, but I mean it's interesting like when that becomes an identity, and then yeah, and it's interesting when we let that go, as well. So the last cloak is about unveiling your highest truth, source self, your light body, magnificence realized. And so it asks here, what cloaks are you wearing, right? What identities are you um, coming up in your life? All right, so dolphin baby. In a child's dreams, desires and emotions of the young child, right? So this is really connecting with the inner child. Let's see what the inner child's dreaming of, guys. Ships of light. So inner child's connecting with these kind of nursing ships, these ships of light that are nurturing. So yeah, so opening to star family. So this is kind of saying your inner child knows this connection with the stars, and is kind of nurtured by it, and maybe just kind of playing in these realms of the universe, of the celestial bodies, and just getting uh, energy from that, getting joy from that, from those ships of light. So that's interesting. The inner child's dreaming about connecting with ships, meeting our star family, and yeah. So I'd love to see that happen more and more. That's brilliant. Right. So the Indigo Child, will of the visionary teenager, right? This is kind of the part, for a lot of people, part of them that's got, that is kind of full of energy, you know, and sometimes raw energy, right? Like forceful energy. But that's what's kind of changing the new paradigm as well, where it's getting all more constructive. All right, so the indigo is connecting with the Blu-ray being. Very interesting. And so the indigo is a different color, isn't it? Slightly different. But it's connecting with this kind of peaceful blue color. We talked a little bit about the Blu-ray before, right? Because that's the last cloak. I'll show you. Oops. Last cloak is card for the Blu-ray being, but the life purpose. But now the Blu-ray is coming back to complement the indigo as well. And so the indigo is kind of in a space of peace, and a beautiful space of tranquility and peace and reflection, and connecting to Archangel Michael as well. So yeah, that's the extraterrestrials coming back here as well. So that can tell us that the indigo is definitely on a beautiful journey of transformation, of going from this raw energy to kind of a place of peace, and really actively looking for that. Right. So the Earth Angel, about sensitivities that are really strengths. It's an interesting card. The Earth Angel's like an angel for others often, but it's really coming um, into their power of the heart. Right. So, and the Earth Angels helping us to connect with the depths of love, with unconditional love and neutrality, which I was kind of talking about before, and it's bringing us into a deep place in our heart, where we can love unconditionally and universally. So if you chose the Earth Angel, um, then this is a beautiful connection that's coming in for you, beautiful energy that's coming in for you, of unconditional love. Even for yourself to receive in your own heart, kind of love uh, from the whole universe. And it's kind of pointing to loving, um, loving unconditionally, as a gift for humanity as well. So yeah, so that's all about love and compassion. So have a look at the Rainbow Child, about your inspiration and how you ground the light for the new earth. practical expression of your light. So this is all about that beautiful aspect of really being universal, and sharing your light in a beautiful way, and kind of being a builder of the new earth, a co-creator of the new earth. So let's see what's coming up there. So that's connecting with the divine feminine. Let's have a look there. Receiving your birthright, and again about unconditional love, about letting yourself be nurtured. So that's what the rainbow child's bringing in, this softer and gentler energy into the collective, and I feel that's what's needed now, and I've seen a lot of beautiful initiatives to help people in the last weeks being set up. So that is all the energy I feel from the divine feminine, kind of an outpouring of love and compassion, and also in your personal type kind of process you can receive this loving energy from the divine feminine. And it really helps to come into your heart, kind of go beyond the polarity, come into a gentleness and playfulness, and and healing, kind of inner healing as well. So the crystal child, crystalline vibration that you bring to the new earth, and the higher vibrations that are coming in. And the energy of that is abundance. So there's abundance coming in. The realization that there's enough for all, and it's about trusting the universe. That helps to bring in that abundance. And so like that's the message that we're kind of transmitting into the collective as well. Just a message of abundance, which is really kind of expanding your consciousness, and is really helping to bring that in. So that's a unique, it says here in the bottom as well, an energy signature that is being brought in for the new earth. Right, well, let's look at the last card, the Star Children. Galactic support. What galactic support are we receiving? The whales are coming in. So we've got cosmic whales bringing a whale teaching. So that is our cosmic guidance coming in. So the whales are beautiful being, but they're not just from Earth. They're all over the cosmos, and they're sharing their wisdom and their healing. They're saying this important here: you're supported and guided. So so that's it. So I hope this was helpful for you, and please let me know how you've received it, and what you're getting from these energies. All right, wishing you a wonderful time, and much love and light. I'm Mikael Kroon, and so just signing off for now.